Today we're going to talk about how to figure out the surface area of a rectangular prism. There is a shortcut formula which uses the area of the base and the perimeter of the base, as well as the height of your prism to figure out your surface area. And I'm going to show you basically we come about that equation. So I have a rectangular prism with 6 sides, 2 sides of the base, which would be this shape right here, and then the 4 other faces. Normally when you have a prism, when you have a net, the 2 sides that are out like this, those tend to be your bases, especially when you're talking about a prism shape. So I put all the dimensions on using L, W, and H, and I wrote our values for those measurements here. So the first thing we're going to do is find the area of each of the sides of our prism. So the base area is basically length times width. Length times width, 4 times 5. 4 times 5 is 20. So I'm going to put 20 right here in this space and 20 in this space. For this side, height times width. Height 10, width 4, so 40 is my area. Length, well, this is your height again, so length times width, 4 times 5 is 50. This is a repeat of my first box, and this is a repeat of my second box. So if I add everything up, 90 plus 90 is 180, 200, 220. So my surface area is 220 units squared. Okay, so let's go with the formula that I was talking about. So the surface area formula for any prism is 2 times your base area, do parentheses for this, show multiplication, plus, well, perimeter, base perimeter, times prism height. So let's make this smaller so it all fits on one line. Okay. And we'll bold it and we'll make it a color that stands out. We'll make it green. Okay, so this is the equation that we're looking to find. So if we follow this equation, we will get the same surface area, 220 units squared. So we already know the base is 20, so I'm going to plug in 2 times 20. So 2 times 20. So I know the height is 10. Now I have to find the perimeter of my base. Well, I know width here, and my 2 length values. So width plus width is 8, length plus length is 10, so 18. Now we're going to solve. We'll go PEMDAS, left come right, multiplication first, and then addition. So 2 times 20 is 40. 10 times 18 is 180. So 40 plus 180. And that equals 220. So 220 units squared. To me, this is an easier formula to memorize and also to use, especially when you come into shapes or prisms that have more sides, whose bases have more sides, like an octagonal prism or even a pentagonal prism. So this is a good formula to use, and it works for any prism shape. So remember, you need to take the base of your prism, find the area of it, multiply the area by 2, find the perimeter of your prism, multiply that by your height, and add the 2 values together, and that gives you your surface area.